What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel. I am Lonnie from Flight Sim Gaming. Today we are doing a sort of, I don't know, I wouldn't call it a strange flight, but not something that you see too many streamers doing while flying up here in Canada. You know, the scenery out in Ontario especially, but Northern Ontario can be a little scarce, sorry. And, you know, we're going up to Thunder Bay today. So we're flying a real-world flight flown by Air Canada. Right now they're flying, I believe, some A220s up there. And then, you know, I know previously they were flying some RJs in there as well, but they do operate the Maxes. It's been a little bit, but I do know back in 2021, maybe 2022, they were operating Max jets in there. So Thunder Bay is rated for some commercial jets. It's not uncommon. What's going on, Mr. Sam Guilford? Appreciate you tuning in. I just, you know, I wanted to fly the Max. That's why we decided to fly the Max up in the Thunder Bay. Still going to be a fun flight. Thunder Bay scenery is done by Sim Add-ons. Not much scenery, like I said. So the Sim Add-ons done by, the Thunder Bay scenery done by Sim Add-ons is actually pretty good. It's not too bad. The price is relatively inexpensive. And I think it's the only Thunder Bay scenery we have at the moment. So, you know, they're not really competing with anybody. I think I do want to say there's one more. I think MSFG does Thunder Bay. Sim Add-ons one is definitely the one to go. I've had it for a little bit. You know, I've flown up to Thunder Bay many times in the sim. When I was flying the RJ way back, that was sort of my route that I was doing. I was flying the RJ from Toronto up to Thunder Bay just to kind of get a feel for that aircraft. But yeah, we've decided to fly the Max today. Something a little bit different. You know, I've changed my rudder sensitivity settings in this aircraft as well, just because rudder sensitivity is very twitchy. So I've changed up some linear curves, and it feels better. But at the end of the day, it's the person flying the aircraft that has to, I guess, make it do what it's supposed to do. So, you know, I'm not super comfortable flying the aircraft on takeoff in winds. It's a great aircraft to fly. It's just I find the rudder sensitivity is a little bit twitchy for me, but to each their own. I don't know if we're going to be doing a return leg as well. So this flight's about an hour and 40 minutes. Thunder Bay's in Northern Ontario, so it's about a 14-15 hour drive from Toronto. It's up near, sort of close to the Manitoba border. But yeah, so let's jump inside the cockpit. Let's get things rocking and rolling. We are on Vatsim. We don't have any ATC online. But unsure if we're going to be doing a return leg. It would be great to do one. It all just depends how long everything sort of takes. So like I said, this flight's about an hour and 40. If we can get up in the air fast enough, there might be a strong possibility that we can do return leg. I believe the return leg is going to be shorter, significantly shorter as well. It's been a while since I've flown in this aircraft, so let's kind of remember what we got to do here. First things first, let's come up to GSX. And let's request boarding.
Boarding requested.
And we'll come to the performance and payload tab here. Beautiful. Weight and balances. We'll plug in some sim brief numbers. So we have, I think, 186 passengers, which this aircraft doesn't seat 186, so we'll just go 178. Cargo, so 4536. We'll mix this up. We're going to go, I guess we'll go 2,000 and 2536. And the fuel is about 8,000 kilograms, 7893 on the fuel. And we'll set. Now, I think that I heard some doors chirping.
Do you want to board crew? Pilot's boarding starting.
And let's come over to the system page here. And we'll come over to the doors tab. I'm not sure what they want open. Doesn't really tell us, but it wants those doors open. So I think it's going to be the left and let's get rid of this. It's going to be these guys, forward cargo and aft cargo. They're both opening right now. Can't tell if they're open. Let's have a look. Yeah, they are definitely open. So okay, good. GSX is sort of doing its own thing when opening the doors. Like I said, we're kind of just jumping in this aircraft rather than, you know, getting it all warmed up here. We'll come to the FMC tab here. Let's go ahead and plug in some numbers. That's a long drive. I could drive to Dallas from my house in Florida in that time. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to do that drive. 14 hours will get me pretty damn close to Florida, I'll be honest with you. Come over to the pause in it here. Reference airport, so we're in Toronto. This is the updated Toronto YYZ. And I don't know what gate we're at. I think we're at, like, we're Terminal 1. I know that. Gate 132. Let's see if this will work.
Your crew.
Nothing's working. No worries. Let's come over here. GPS left. Set it. Beautiful. Come to the route tab here. And I'm pretty sure I can request it. But let's go ahead and plug in all the airport information. We are Air Canada 1193. Plug that in. Flight plan request. Let's see if it pulls it up. Don't know if it's going to. Go ahead, load it, and then we'll activate. I guess in that case, it would be cheaper to fly than to drive. I don't know, man. Flying in Canada is really expensive. Activate, execute, beautiful. Come to the departure tab here. I believe aircraft are departing out of runway 05. I'm just going to open up flight radar here. We got aircraft departing out of runway 05. Beautiful. We are going to be on the AVSEP 7 departure out of runway 05. And on the Musit transition, let's go ahead, execute. Beautiful. Come back to the departure arrival tab in Thunder Bay. We are planning an RNAV approach, so we're expecting runway 25, and we're on the Noter 4.
Good afternoon.
And the duple transition for the RNAV, I think we're going to be doing the Yankee. We're going to plan the RNAV Yankee. RNAV Yankee is 07. Next page. RNAV Yankee 25. And Viver. Take it in from Viver. Execute that one. Beautiful. Come back to the index tab here. So we got the perf. We're going to plug in the perf now. Like I said, been a minute. I'm used to the PMDG aircraft where you can just load up everything. So we'll click that.
Hello.
And reserves of 1,000 kilograms. Cost index on today's flight is going to be 26. And we're planning to cruise up to 36,000 feet, so we'll go flight level 360. The average winds are 263 at 97.
Good afternoon.
ISA deviation is -4. And 18,000 feet transition. Beautiful. N1 limit. All right. Come back to the menu here. Performance and payload. Performance takeoff. So we'll plug in YYZ.
May I see your boarding pass?
Toronto. Runway 5. Conditions are dry. The winds in Toronto right now are 010 at 11. Not too terrible.
Hello.
It is -7. Feels definitely colder than that. QNH 30. Sorry, altimeter 3025.
Good afternoon.
Beautiful. Thrust rating. We'll do a takeoff 1. We'll do a flaps 5. AC is going to be, I don't know, do you keep this on? Is the AC really on in the wintertime? Let's go ahead and turn that. I guess we'll turn the packs on. Anti-ice. We should put it on, but I'm going to leave it off. Go ahead and calculate all of that. There we go. All of our info's there. So 47, 47, 54. And the cell is 40. With a takeoff 1 rating. Beautiful. Trims will automatically get set. 46, 47, 54. And 154 for the maximum performance. Beautiful.
Good afternoon.
All of that looks good. We'll run through the flight plan.
This way.
So from Viver, so we're not going to go Canev. We're going to actually take this waypoint. And we'll plug it in up here. We'll execute. There's not going to be much ATC on, so we'll just get us direct up there. Beautiful. We're on Vatsim today, so 22.8. Let's get that switched over.
Good afternoon.
2,000, that guy's on. We'll turn this guy on. And
This way.
we'll turn that guy off for now. When we get ready to fly, we'll get everything switched up here. Let's go ahead and get our flight directors on. We're going to go 154 on our speeds here. Cruising up to 5,000 feet on initial climb. And if I have a look at my charts here, runway heading is 057.
Good afternoon.
Departure's pretty straightforward. It's runway heading up to 1,100 or 1,000 feet, and then it's going to be a slight left turn. Looks like heading 047, so we're going to go left turn 10 degrees.
Welcome on board.
Beautiful. Altimeter 3025. We'll get this guy bugged up as well.
Hello?
Yaw dampener coming on. Get our fuel pump on there. Emergency exit lights. We'll get those guys on. That guy's switched on.
Hello?
Window heats and hydraulic pumps. 36,000 feet. I'm going to confirm the landing alt is correct. And yes, the aircraft does automatically set the landing alt. Beautiful. And the APU coming on. Let's have a listen. Always got to have a listen. Yo, what's going on, Talal? Yo, Sim CF5, what's going on, my man? $1,700 for 2 people to fly from Toronto to Thunder Bay. I could fly biz class from Newark to SFO. San Fran for that price. Fuck is the inflation in Canada. Brother. I ain't got no comment on how expensive it is to fly out here in Canada. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Who are you flying with for $1,700? Is that, I think Border goes up there. That's probably with Air Canada. There's a couple different options to fly out to Thunder Bay. You can fly out of Pearson. I think you could fly out of Billy Bishop as well. And by the way, I just want to let you guys know, OBS is doing its thing again. Let me know down in the chat if the stream is not going smooth. Yes, we started up early today, Talal. We started up early. Because I might want to stretch in or squeeze in a second leg. I might want to do that. I'm not going to confirm it. Depends on how fast we can make it up to Thunder Bay, how fast we can do all the deboarding. Close. Close. Okay, got to click them. Beautiful. APU's online. We'll get these guys on. Beautiful APU bleed coming on. And we can get rid of the ground power. If I remember how to do that. Ground support. Disconnect the electric. We'll set that. Think we're all good. When you have a sec, can you tell me IFG you can access the 3.7 shared cockpit section of my Discord? What do you mean? You want me to hop on Discord and see if I can access it? Boarding is complete. Come upstairs. We'll get the beacon light on or the anti-collision. And let's go ahead and request push. We'll do the icing treatment. Let's go for it.
Icing vehicles are coming now.
Let's go for it. Shit, hold on. Everything's closed. Okay, I just want to confirm. Do I have to lock any doors in this aircraft? I don't think I do, right? Everything's all closed up. Beautiful. Initialize flight. Yeah, just to see if the... Okay. So how do I... You got to walk me through it. .37 shared cockpit. Yeah, I can access it. It's there. Works perfectly fine. That's all you needed? Got all your stuff in here. Channels meant so people can use the custom SOPs and ask to fly together. Damn, homie.
Confirm aircraft is ready for treatment.
Yeah, no worries, man. I got you, bruh.
We begin treatment now and observe. Fluid type 1. Concentration.
Can you imagine if
75%.
the icing was
I'll call
done
you back
at the
when ready.
gates? Can you imagine? Someone said they couldn't see it. Yeah, no, it's all there, man. Getting a nice little spray down with, I think it's fluid type 1. What kind of fluid types do they have? Are they, is it, I mean, what fluid types do they use? Is it type 1 or type 4? In the US, they de-ice at the gate. There is a de-icing pad here, if I'm not mistaken, right? I think it's down by runway 6 or something. Let's cross runway 33. 1 to remove the ice, 4 to protect. Okay, so you spray 1, and then you coat it with 4. I need to get my hands on the Delta A321 SOP procedures. I got a few flights planned for the 321 this weekend. Damn. Well, I know if you haven't done so, you can follow SimCFI in the Discord.
De-icing and anti-icing completed. Anti-icing code is
He is, you know, building his own SOPs. Obviously, he's a real-world pilot. I mean, it makes sense, right? But if you have, are we sharing anything in there as well? Let me see. Did you say we can share? Yeah, so basically, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, SimCFI, under your shared cockpit, can anybody plug in SOPs in here? Did I send you my icing checklist? I do have it, yeah. You did send it to me. Being a bad pilot right now. I have the message.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
Let me see, I think you did send it. It'll be your custom stuff? Okay. Did have it.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Yeah. If the ice required, yeah. Oh, it'll just be your custom stuff? Parker brake on. Parker brakes on.
Locking gear.
Don't know if anybody's on the ground here. I should probably see if I got any traffic around me. We got a little bit of traffic here in Toronto. Toronto traffic. We have Air Canada 1193 pushing back gate 132. I have no idea what Fly Tampa updated with this airport. I'm pretty sure they fixed the taxiways on Alpha. I know they were quite bugged.
Exiting from
Go ahead and do
editing
that.
mode. Please wait.
Release parking brakes.
Beautiful. Parker brakes coming off.
Release parking brakes.
Fucking aircraft. Hold on. There's definitely some chocks. We don't want to hit the chocks. Is it under ground support?
Release
Yeah.
parking brakes.
There we go.
Commencing push.
Beautiful.
All engines clear. Start at will.
Good stuff. Okay, engine number 1. Wait, up here. Switch that over to ground. Should be motoring. Today was a stressful day at work. We had 2 people quit on Monday, so it's going to get super busy very soon. Damn, that sucks, man. We actually just hired somebody. We're trying to fill some bays. It's getting a little bit... The fucked up part is we're not busy. And we have a lot of cars waiting to go in the shop, which is weird. So I don't know what the issue is. But yeah, that's too bad, man. Hopefully you can make tons of money. No more massive holes in the ground. I fucking hope so. Do these work? Shouldn't it say motoring or something? Would it help if I put the fuel pumps on? Nothing to see. It's always something when you're flying with the flight sim gaming. Always something.
Set parking brakes.
Those LEAP engines take so long to start up compared to the NG. Yeah, I have a feeling I have to recycle the start switch. Do I have to recycle it? I didn't have the fuel pump on. Can't remember. There we go. There's motoring.
Unlocking gear.
Such a bad pilot. Let's listen. Doesn't sound so good. What's going on? Where are my sounds at? Yeah, I gave her fuel. It just wasn't. It didn't start motoring, so I just flipped the switch. You know, give it a little jump start. Oh.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
There we go. That's okay, man. It's okay. Oh, you gotta wait for motoring to end? Actually, you could be right. Was I premature on that? I think I was premature on that. I think it was motoring. You're right. You gotta wait for the motoring to disappear and then you flip it. All good. We'll be fine. All right. Yeah, you gotta wait for the motoring to clear. And then you... See? This is why it pays to, maybe do a test flight. You know what I mean? Get back into the, swing of things. Coming off of the Airbus. You know? I got my side stick out, flying the 7.3 Max. Can't wait for these aircrafts to go into 2024. I was watching V1 yesterday do his thing. He is doing some flights in the, I don't know, he's flying the Duke or something like that. Makes me want to fly the Duke across fucking North America, but yeah. I think that aircraft is flying too. I think you can change the navigation systems built into it. I think there's an option in the EFB or something. Graphics look fucking sick. Beautiful. Two good engines. Get their engine gens on. Bam. Bam. These guys coming on. I don't know. Do packs come on? when it's winter. Here at Flight Sim Gaming, yes. APU coming off, taxi light going on. These guys are getting switched over. No. Beautiful. Flaps 5. The motoring stage is when the engine shaft is actually moving up and down. Yep. You don't bring in any fuel until once motoring's complete. Puffing a little bit too. I like that. We're puffing. Are we flaps 5? We're flaps 5 to get these guys on. Beautiful. Just confirm. Everything. Yeah. We're good. Alright. Where are we going to go? Apron, Alpha, Hotel, hold short, Hotel 6. Toronto traffic, Air Canada, 1193, taxiing to runway 5 via Alpha, Hotel. Cross 15 left, 15 right, and we'll hold short, runway 5 at Hotel 6. Toronto traffic. Alright. Whatever that means. Parker brake coming off. We'll hit that guy. Shit, hold on. Does the aircraft auto trim? It auto trims, right? 5.73. Looks about right. Alright, let's go. What's the outside air temp anyways? Like minus 11? Definitely minus 7. I don't know, it's cold. But we're getting 30 fucking centimeters of snow between Wednesday and Thursday. I'm so excited. Not. Squawking mode Charlie. Here we go. Yeah, we're getting 20 to 30 centimeters. I'm not happy about that. At all. Right now, temperature's it's showing minus 7 or 19 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, which one's Alpha? Is this one Alpha? Alpha's the next one. So we'll come out of here. I think this is what? Tango something? This is Alpha Lima. I've noticed the scenery is a little bit stuttery now. Not to rub it in, but it was 78 here today. Don't worry, I'm going to be up there soon. End of March. Be in Miami. Hopefully. It's what we got planned. Okay, let me see. Does any of this stuff work? Oh, yes. All right. There's 777 British Airways taking off, probably to London Heathrow if I had to guess. I think that aircraft's actually departing.
Traffic 20197, taxiing to runway 5 via Bravo Hotel.
He's going Bravo Hotel. Go for it. We'll give away to the British Airways, Air Canada 1193.
Rudder, thank you.
March here in Florida, especially Miami, is going to be like 87, 88. 32.8. We got a contact. 32.8. Alright. What's going on, Julian? Flying the max, yep. Heading up to Los Angeles right now from Vancouver.
Speedbird 197, Toronto arrivals on this frequency.
Toronto arrivals, Air Canada 1193. We're holding short Alpha Kilo on Alpha. Ready for taxi, runway 05.
Air Canada 1193, Toronto arrivals, get a hold short Alpha Kilo, stand by for the clearance.
Hold short Alpha Kilo, stand by for clearance. Canada 1193.
Speedbird 197, Toronto arrivals on this frequency.
Originally, this guy wasn't
197,
online. He
go
said,
ahead.
"Do not contact."
Speedbird
Toronto,"
197, hold short, Sierra, I have a clearance available, advise ready to copy.
Hold short Sierra for clearance, speed 197, roger.
Yep, and I have your clearance, advise ready to copy.
What's going on, Jordan? Hope all is well. Plane is extremely heavy and good on performance. Yes, it
Ready
definitely
to
is.
copy,
VNAV is a
yeah.
little sketchy.
Speedbird 197, roger, clear to the Montreal airport by the Dead Key 5 departure. Make low transition, flight plan route. Depart runway 05, squawk 4762.
Clear to Montreal via the Dead Key 5, Migo transition, squawk 4762, runway 5, 0197.
Speedbird 197, the readback is correct. Once they're squawking in Montreal, give it the taxi.
Roger that. English only.
Air Canada 1193, I have your clearance, advise ready to copy.
Go ahead for Air Canada 1193.
Air Canada 1193, cleared to Thunder Bay, I believe it is, but the F-7 departure, use it transition, flight plan route, depart runway 05, squawk 3410.
Here to Thunder Bay Airport via the AFSEP 7 Musit transition flight plan route. Departing runway 05, squawk 3410, Air Canada 1193.
Air Canada 1193, the readback is correct. Once they're squawking Montreal, give it the taxi.
Affirm. Air Canada 1193.
Roger.
3410. Beautiful. Everything's lit up. Alright. Speedbird heading off to Montreal. That's not realistic. No, it's not. He's supposed to be going to London. It's okay, though. It's okay.
Speedbird 107, just make sure you have the assigned code 4762 in your box, please.
I don't know if it's giving me a little problem. Let me try again.
Roger, no problem. I see 4760, just make sure you have the 2 at the end there.
That's the last one to want to go in.
In your pilot client, do .xpndr and then space 4760, correction 4762.
Slight delays here in Toronto. Nothing unusual for Air Canada. Just letting you guys know. I'm just letting you guys know. Nothing unusual. By the way, let me know if the YouTube is copied.
I got it.
Seabird 197, thank you. Runway 05, it's information kilo, the altimeter 3025. Taxi via Sierra, Echo, Golf, Hotel. Cross runway 33 right and runway 33 left.
Okay, taxi to runway
Yes, we're not
5
coming
via
back, ladies and
Sierra,
gents.
Golf, Echo, cross 22.
Chewing up the time a
right
little
on
bit here.
22 left, 197.
Appreciate this guy coming on, though.
Seabird 197, negative, it's Sierra, Echo, Golf, Hotel. Cross runway 33 right and runway 33 left.
Not everybody's a pro on Vatsim. Not everybody's a pro.
Okay, that's Sierra, Echo, Golf, cross runway 33 left, 33 right.
Seabird 197, after Golf, it's Hotel.
Hotel is a taxiway that takes you to runway 5, by the way.
Repeat again, that's Sierra, Echo, Golf, Hotel, and then cross 33 right, 33 left.
There we go.
Air Canada 1193, runway 05, information kilo, the altimeter 3025. Taxi via Alpha, Hotel. Cross runway 33 right and runway 33 left.
Taxi to runway 05 with information kilo. We're going Alpha, Hotel, cross 33 left and right. Air Canada 1193 and the QNH 3025. Alright. We made it. Alpha Hotel, cross 33 left and right. Pretty basic coming out of Toronto. Nothing super unusual. Market break coming off. YYZ is complex, so I understand it's confusion. Let's not beat them up. No. So, from my understanding, the reason why I picked, before the guy came online, the reason why I picked runway, or taxiway Alpha up to hotel, I'm pretty sure that's where aircrafts normally, when they're going up to 05, that's where they taxi. So I don't know where he was going, but you know what? Not everybody, you know, always flies out of the same airport, so it can be a bit challenging. But typically, if you're going to runway 5, it's Alpha Hotel. You're crossing 33 left and right. It's pretty straightforward. He put himself onto Bravo, so he's got to get off of Bravo, because any aircraft coming in to Toronto off of runway 5 are going to probably be coming up on Bravo. So, and Sim, if you're in the chat, if you can chime in on that, go for it, man. I'm pretty sure that's what you guys do. And then, yeah, they have him crossing over just to get resituated, because from my understanding, they don't typically taxi on Bravo when departing. No, he's doing fine. He's doing fine. He has a lot of taxi instructions just because of where he was. But, hey, man, it takes a lot to fly on Vatsim. And by the way, we're climbing up to 5,000 feet. We got to make sure we talk to this guy. Who else do we got on? So, yeah, originally this... Okay, we got a couple different guys online now. That makes sense why we got some controllers. I gotta say, the ground textures look different here in Toronto. And don't worry, Mr. Sam Guilford, I ain't no pro when it comes to flying on Vatsim. Trust me when I tell you. I'm comfortable flying out of Toronto. I'm comfortable flying in Canada, parts of the U.S. as well. But sometimes, you know, you can tell by, or if you were to play back that flight that we did in Thailand from Ket up to Bangkok, I could not understand the controller at all. Even after I replayed it, couldn't understand a fucking word he was saying. But yeah, 777, British Airways, Speedbird going up to Montreal. Maybe they're Toronto to London via Montreal. And don't forget to drop down that thumbs up button. You can drop it down. I mean, you can give it up, whatever you want to do, if that makes any sense. Really help the channel. Greatly appreciate that as well. Little Tuesday evening stream here. I didn't think we were going to get any ATC, so I'm pretty grateful we got some. No center online. If we do get Toronto Center, then we're going to get to come into Thunder Bay. This right here on the right of the wing, I'm pretty sure that's one of the Air Canada hangars. Massive freaking hangar. Up here is where you'll see some of the cargo jets parking. Right up in here. You'll see some 7.4s there from time to time. You're using the frame gen mod? Absolutely. Absolutely. You have to, man. If you don't use it, performance is just poopy. It's just poopy. I wish someone like AnyBuilds would do a Fort Lauderdale. We need a good Fort Lauderdale. There's one coming out. I think it's Vertical Sim or Flight Beam. One of the two. I want to say it's Vertical Sim. I think they did the majority of the Florida airports. It's coming out very soon. It's coming out very soon. The flight that we're doing out of Waterloo, supposed to be on Thursday. I think we're going to fly into Waterloo, but I'm still deciding, are we going to fly out of Fort Lauderdale or Orlando? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. All right. First time loading into Toronto, I got to say, I'm noticing some differences. The taxiways look much better. Gotta say. They look much better. So on departure, we're climbing up runway heading 057 to 1,000 feet. After 1,000 feet, we make a slight left turn 10 degrees to heading 047. And then we're going to get radar vectors probably to, I would say, AFSEP. Most likely AFSEP. or Kedzie or something. Maybe a direct to Kedzie, who knows?
Approaching 1.
No, this is Flight Tampa, yes, this is Flight Tampa. So we're crossing the runways. I think we want to get this guy on. And I think we want to get these guys on. Yep, Flight Tampa, Toronto. Of course, how you can't. There's no other scenery that you need to buy or download. There's Reg Design, but it doesn't. It's not like Flight Tampa, man. Hell no. Hell.
Seabird 197, will you be ready on reaching the runway?
Affirm.
Seabird 197, roger, report airborne, wind 020 at 11, cleared for takeoff, runway 05.
Clear takeoff runway 05 and advise when EVO.
Roger.
It's a nice chap on Vatsim. Towering Toronto. What a nice chap. Hopefully one day I can, we got a Congo line going and I can bring some people. Hey, whoever just subscribed to the channel, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Fucking hell. Coming up on 1,800 subs, man. 1,800. Yeah, new sub. So, if your channel's private, I won't be able to see, or you won't pop up. I do have a sub notification that comes up on stream, but sometimes, Closing in on 1.8, man. That's fucking exciting. That's exciting. Appreciate every single person that tunes into the channel. I don't give a shit if I'm streaming to 5 people, 2 people. We get 100 views in a live stream. I don't care. I love doing this. We're going to be doing this. To everybody else that watches the videos, the shorts, thank you. Greatly appreciate everybody coming out.
Toronto approach American 852 with Kilo IFR to Washington Reagan. Hello.
American 852, Toronto arrivals, good day, clear to the Washington Reagan Airport via the Rigas 5 departure, flight plan route. Depart runway 05, clock 0257.
Alright, cleared DC via Rigas 5, departure, flight plan route. Depart runway 05, is that correct, sir?
Affirm, it's runway 05 for departure, and the squawk is 0257.
Yep, got the squawk 0257, American 852.
852, the readback is correct. You require de-ice today?
Hell yeah, just do
We'll
it
get
at
back
the
to
gate,
American
bro.
852.
852, roger, call for push. Let me know if you need de-ice.
No, I
We'll call
appreciate you,
for
Mr.
push,
Samuel, for
and
you're in
we'll
the
end up
chat
we need
every
the ice.
single fucking live stream. So that's a W. That's a W. That's fucking loyalty right there. It's funny because I've been watching for 2 years before you started this stream. Hey, I appreciate you. I didn't even know that. If I'm not mistaken, Julian, are you the same person I see in Owls? Owls' chat? I think you are. Yeah, we started doing videos first. Doing like a little departure thing, a little cinematic 1-minute video of clouds and shit, and then some landing stuff. That was cool. That was cool. And then I took a little bit of a break from January till probably May or June. I didn't post any content. I'll be honest with you, it hurt the channel a little bit. It did hurt the channel a little bit, but I always wanted to live stream. I had promised the community at the beginning of the year, sorry, at the end of 23, that we would live stream in 24, at the beginning of 2024, and I never lived up to it. It's all off the same rig. I got 2 monitors, so I got gameplay on my main 1440p, and then I have a 1080p where I got the chat rolling and OBS is showing me things. Yeah, I don't know either, man. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think you tuned into a live stream, I think when I was flying in New Zealand, if I'm not mistaken. Another sub on the channel.
Seabird 197 departures, identified 3,200. Turn right, direct dead key on course, climb flight level 230.
Got a couple buddies that want me to wear a pilot suit, pilot shirt, epaulets, a tie, captain's hat. But
Flight direct.
I don't know if I want to play the gimmick. We already have Captain Canada that plays the
Seabird
gimmick.
197 negative, turn right, direct dead key on course. Delta, Echo, Delta, Kilo,
A
India,
disservice,
climb flight level
Captain Canada
230.
flights of community if I wore a captain's outfit.
Fly direct to dead key.
You could buy like
and
pilot shirts that have like the little pockets up here for the epaulets.
Negative.
Off of Amazon
Climb
for
flight
like
level
30 bucks.
230.
230. People want
First vid I watched from you was Toronto to Fort Myers. Holy fuck. Julian, that's an old video. That's like one of my first couple videos. That was like, I think, yeah, that was WestJet. We did that video probably, I think that was like video number 3, maybe video number 4. So you're an OG as well? Damn, homie, appreciate you, man. Big ups to you. Big ups to you. Alright, we're coming up to runway 5. He's going to clear us for takeoff. Yeah, it was Santa in November. We did a live stream. Yeah, we don't want to talk about that one, but I dressed up as Santa for that one. We were doing a giveaway. The whole plan, the whole point of doing the giveaways...
Canada 1193, the wind 020 at 11, report airborne, clear for takeoff, runway 05.
Clear for takeoff, runway 05, and we'll report airborne Air Canada 1193. I wasn't feeling too well, so that's why I didn't do the Santa suit thing. I didn't continue it. But I still have the Santa suit, man. I literally bought it just for live streaming, just to give shit away, and...
Air Canada 1201 unreadable, check your mic static only.
Alright.
My apologies. Toronto departure, Air Canada 1201, very good evening. We are parked at gate 131 with information kilo, request IFR clearance to Halifax.
Air Canada 1201, absolutely clear to the Halifax airport by the Dead Key 5 departure, Olaba transition, flight plan route. Depart runway 05, squawk 7773.
Let's get it, friends.
Okay, we are cleared to Halifax, off runway 05, dead key, runway 05, dead key
going up
5,
40-ish%.
Transition.
Let's get
we will squawk
on out of here.
7773 for Air Canada 1201.
First time I'm trying the,
Air Canada 1201, read back correct information, kilo, do you require de-ice
setting
today?
the throttles prior to takeoff. They're scared.
Negative.
1201, roger, call for push.
We'll cover Air Canada 1201.
Speedbird 197, Toronto Center is offline. The further climb will be at your own discretion. Surveillance service terminates. Change
100 knots, we're neutral.
Change the blue, Speedbird 197, good day.
Maintain center line.
V1.
And positive rate. They're going up. Stuttery coming out of here. Golly. 1,000 feet. We're going to make that turn. Air Canada 1193, passing 2,000 for 5, heading 047.
Air Canada 1193, roger, identified, climb 7,000.
Climb 7,000, Air Canada 1193.
And American A52 ready for push and start. We do not require de-icing.
American A52, push and start approved, lane 2, tail to the northeast.
Last one.
Lane 2, tail to northeast, American A52.
Air Canada 1193, turn left direct, av step on course, climb flight level 230.
Left aft step on course, flight level 230, Air Canada 1193. Flaps up. Direct av step. And 230, it's a little busy. We're good though. I'm not Captain Canada, but we're good. Those guys coming off. Beautiful. My poor 3080 taking a big dump on me, telling me, go buy something else, you cheap son of a gun. I don't know. I think it's just Fly Tampa scenery is just, it's definitely doing some weird things. All right, let's straighten her out there. Direct AVSEP on course. This aircraft's not that great at flying courses properly, but we're good. We'll make it work. Alright, so one thing I noticed, the aircraft did not crash with the auto throttle. I'm very grateful for that. Alright, autopilot coming on. We'll get those guys off. And those guys off. Bring you guys back upstairs. Beautiful. Alright. We did it. Ma, look! Alright, let me read some stuff here. Oddman1 Films, first time watcher, long time Vatsim pilot in ATC. This is pretty cool. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you coming in here. If you got any pointers for me, I mean, we don't shy away from that kind of stuff. I don't have much time on Vatsim. I got about 3,000 hours in the sim. I probably have maybe 500 hours on Vatsim. At best, so.
Departure, Canada 1201.
San Antonio, where you crashed in the Gulf of America.
Canada 1201, push and
Never
start
crashed.
approved, lane 6, tail
We
north.
almost did, but I never crashed. You like the Honeycomb, or wish you had the Thrustmaster? I wish I had the Thrustmaster, man.
Air Canada 1193, leaving my airspace, no further ATC, surveillance service terminates, further climb, own discretion, change en route frequency, good day.
Over to Unicom, appreciate you coming online. Alright, 36, are we going up to 36,000 feet today? Yeah, shit, we are, yeah. Alright. I don't know what kind of wing views I have, but there we go. Good stuff, man. Appreciate everybody tuning in today. Yeah, my poor 3080 is sweating. Believe it or not, I'm going to be completely honest with you. The 3080 doesn't run at its peak performance. It sits at like 50 degrees. It's like, I think I stutter because the motherfucker doesn't warm up to like do what it's supposed to do. It's not warming up. I don't know what the problem is. The max I've seen it get was like 64 degrees. Maybe that's just like super cooling. I don't fucking know. You need a new graphics card, especially if you're wanting to seriously run 2024. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the 3080 right now. All good. Not sure how I came up on your channel, but enjoying the show. Appreciate you though. Yeah, we've been streaming now for a little bit, so this is still relatively new for me. I think, I don't know, we've been doing it for 6 months maybe. We were doing videos before, kind of just, you know, giving YouTube my own take on how I fly in the sim and things like that. You'll see in the description page, some of the flights might be real route, but the procedures aren't. I stand by that. You know, we were pushing back from gate 132, and I didn't have my fuel pumps on, and I'm trying to start the engine. You know what I mean? So it's kind of what we do here. We don't take it we take it seriously. Aaron Rains tuned into the channel a couple weeks ago, and he's like, "Oh, this guy's taking it very seriously." You know, he kind of, I guess, went easy on me. He didn't have me do any weird stuff, which I kind of wish he did. I'm not gonna lie. Passing 18,000, get this guy over. But sorry, hold on. We've got all of our lights off here. Those guys off. See what I mean about real-world procedures? I don't think I have an external view. I don't. So, yeah, I mean, we're just flying, man. We're learning on the fly. We have some real-world pilots that tune into the chat. One thing I don't fly on the channel is a 747. But I'll tell you this: I'm going out to Miami to fly in a 747 motion sim, a real motion sim, in Miami from a real company. So hopefully I can take what I learned from that and apply it into the simulator, because for me that's what it's about. It's all about learning. It's all about that kind of stuff. Let's play some tunes here. I'm gonna play some Afro beats today. I'm all about learning. We got SimCFI. If you don't know SimCFI, Odd Man, he's a CRJ pilot. Another guy just devoting his time to providing content for assholes like me. You know what I mean? Typically, yeah. Sometimes I accidentally turn them off to mid-flight. You know, sometimes I think it's my landing. No, I'm just kidding. We don't do that. But definitely, I'm not perfect. You know what I mean? That's where you are in Miami. Got a couple people from Florida in here. Yep. So I got a buddy. Funny enough, he's not like he's a buddy now, but he's my service manager's cousin, who flies for JetBlue. He's a captain flying some A220s. He worked for a company, and I can't really talk on the specifics about the 7.4 sim yet because I don't know what I can and can't say. But he used to work for a company based out of Miami, flying 7.4s, and one of his good buddies is, offered to take me out there. So yeah, we're gonna be probably planning at end of March. Hopefully, I can record it. But yeah, fucking excited for that stuff, man. Got another sub. Oh man, whoever just subbed to the channel, thank you very much. Fort Lauderdale to be exact. Ooh, I love Fort Lauderdale. We were just out there about a year and a bit ago. We were not in Fort Lauderdale. We stayed by the airport at a Residence Inn. Forget the city. It's not Hollywood. Hollywood Beach. I was fucking at almost every day. Rain or fucking shine. Doesn't matter. But in Fort Lauderdale, typically stay Dania Beach. Dania Beach. I think it's Dania Beach. Beautiful out there, man. Fucking love it. If I had the opportunity, I'd be gone in a heartbeat. Technique. What's going on, man? Look at my muscles, man. Look at my muscles. Yeah, Miami's cool. We didn't spend too much time in Miami. We went out to Miami. We can't remember what we did. I know we went to Aventura Mall. We might have driven down Ocean Drive. I don't remember. I didn't take photos because I was driving, but Ocean Drive, for those of you who don't know, they shot Scarface, some of the Scarface scenes on Ocean Drive. Some of those hotels are still there, which is pretty cool. I'm into that kind of stuff. But man, Florida, I love Florida. I talk about Florida a lot. I miss Key West. We got to drive out to Key West. Yep, Dania Beach. Hollywood Beach is where we went. So as soon as we get to Fort Lauderdale, literally drop off the bags, check in at the hotel, get back in the vehicle, go to the beach. First day, literally, it was thunderstorm clouds outside, and we still went. I don't think I've been anywhere in the U.S. other than New York. Well, maybe we gotta do some traveling. Maybe we gotta do some traveling. Trying to find a flight yoke I can afford. I'm burnt, only using a controller. Some options for you. Is it Technique? Am I saying it correctly? There's some options for you. When I first started doing this, in 2020, when 2020 came out, some of the yokes were back ordered. So I had to fly on controller, and then I said, fuck that. I picked up one on the Facebook Marketplace for like $150, $200. It was the Logitech Saitek flight yoke. That was my first yoke, and it's pretty affordable. You can find them used for about $100. I don't know what your budget is. Turtle Beach makes another one as well. That's it's an entry-level yoke. I have the Honeycomb yoke. This is the Honeycomb yoke I bought before the Boeing Pendular yoke came out. And I'm gonna be honest with you, if anybody's looking to buy a Honeycomb yoke, and if you fly airliners a lot like I do, go for the Thrustmaster Boeing yoke, because the Honeycomb yoke is very stiff. And there's elastic bands in there, and it feels like a GA aircraft. The Pendular yoke is just so much more fluid and nice. Just my personal opinion. What's going on, Tyler? Appreciate you tuning in. Aventura Mall, yep. Aventura Mall, if I'm not mistaken, had a Bentley fucking inside, like one of like on the floors. It's crazy. I didn't realize how upscale that mall was. Mr. Sam Gill from Jacksonville, yep. All the way up north, all the way up there in Jacksonville. But yeah, it's Technique. If you can, make that switch ASAP. Get a yoke. Get a cheap set of rudder pedals. You have Logitech, I think, is your only option for entry-level rudder pedals right now. Rudder pedals were another thing that were back ordered when I first started flight simming. So it's something I had to buy off of the marketplace. Paid a fortune for them, but no. You're wanting to do something, you're willing to do it if you can afford it. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with Marketplace. Sometimes, you know, some of the stuff on there, people are just trying to get rid of. I'm one of those guys. If I have something that I'm trying to get rid of, I'll go to Marketplace, man. I know people, there are other people out there that can use the product. You know? That's where all the rich folks live. That, no wonder why there was a fucking Bentley inside the mall. No wonder. But yeah, Florida's beautiful, man. We got to go up at Fort Lauderdale's airport. We went up the garage, the top of the garage. We watched some planes come and go. Didn't stay too long. You know, my kids were getting a little whiny, but fuck, I could sit up there all day, man. What camera views do I have? Let's find out. I got this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy, and I think that's all I have for camera views. I didn't set anything up. I thought I had some stuff set up. I could probably change some. There's a bunch of mods and upgrades to do for the Logitech Yoke. I didn't know that. Great entry-level Yoke. You can't go wrong with it. I have the Honeycomb. Is it the Bravo throttles or the Alpha throttles? I can't remember which one's Alpha and which one's Bravo. I got the Honeycomb throttles. I love it. I just wish that the FCP panel on it would work in the Phoenix. It doesn't work in the Phoenix. Bro, people in Miami, yeah, they can be wild. I mean, we didn't have any issues. Another sub on the fucking channel. Fucking cool, man. I don't know why I keep doing this, but appreciate you guys, man. You guys like my new hat? So I changed up the hats. This is I think it's a Blue Jays hat, if I'm not mistaken. It's from Lids. You know, I go through hats every month. I have this issue. I don't like fitteds. I don't like the cheap, you know, Velcro hats, you know. Working as a mechanic, yeah, I go through hats, man. Probably twice a month. I'm buying hats. I buy snapbacks. Love them. Love the way they fit. And I'll spend the money. But today we're not rocking the LA hat. We're rocking the Toronto. I think this is going to be... I don't think it's a Jays logo, but it is a Toronto Blue Jays hat with the Canada leaf. I don't think there's any other writing on here. Just New Era on one side. I don't know what's on that side. Probably nothing. How many subs in this stream? I think that's 4. It's 4 fucking subs. That's craziness. Appreciate every single person. Closing on 1,800. I'm telling you, 2,000 subs. If you guys want to spread the word, 2,000 subs. You know, we're going to be giving some shit away. You know? Also, if you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. We're doing like I guess you can call it a landing challenge. If you want to post your landings, you guys are able to. Throw them down in the Discord. I don't care, bad, good, whatever the case is. I had this thing. I wanted to like do a video once a month of the landings, and then we'll maybe vote for the best landing or something. I don't know. And then throw a giveaway. But we need people to do it. You get Honda merch from your dealer. We get Honda merch. We have to pay for them. You know, Honda, if you guys don't know, I think they're still partnered with Red Bull Racing. I don't know if... I think they've actually pulled out, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure Red Bull is just using their facilities and stuff. So we used to get Red Bull Racing merch as well. We get some AlphaTauri merch if you guys are into F1. It's expensive. It's cheaper than going to F1 and buying the merch. But yeah, we get Honda shirts. I actually just bought Honda shirts from our catalog. I bought an XL. And another sub on the channel. Appreciate you guys. Bought an XL, bought 3 shirts for like $40, which is not bad. I'm the kind of guy, if I buy something, a new shirt, new whatever, I throw it in the wash. I washed it, I dried it, and it fits like a tube top. So if you guys know, who's the guy from Trailer Park Boys? We were just talking about him. Hold on. What's his name? Phil Collins. You guys know Phil Collins from the Trailer Park Boys? He's got a shirt that, like, sits above his waist and you can see his gut. That's how these shirts fit. I wasted my money. Can't return them. Kind of sucks. But I have some nice button-up shirts. I'm not into polos. There's a lot of polos on the merch website. And I'm not into some of the jackets. But I got some button-down shirts that I'm pretty excited for. I'm actually, it's like Honda racing stuff. I'm going to be wearing it probably in the summertime. I am a shop foreman, so I can kind of, you know, I can look a little bit different than some of the team. That's why you stayed in Fort Lauderdale? Yep. Fort Lauderdale is, we went into Fort Lauderdale. We did some driving through Fort Lauderdale. We drove down, I don't know what street it was, right on the beach. That was pretty cool. Very lively, like, you know. All of Florida I love. Jacksonville I love too, Mr. Sam Guilford. I'll give you that. You know, Jacksonville was nice. We got Starbucks. Driving down from Toronto, we got Starbucks in Jacksonville. We got gas. You know, you guys were friendly. Hot as fuck in Jacksonville at the time. But most of our time is spent in Fort Lauderdale. Depending on if we got thunderstorms in Fort Lauderdale, like on the east side of Florida, we got thunderstorms during the day. Just hop in the car, drive across Alligator fucking alley, whatever you call that, was the Everglades, and we go to Naples. And the sand is white. It's like powdered sand. Versus the sand in like on the east side, it's all like brown sand. It's like powdered sand over there. It's very soft. And it's usually sunny. You know? But definitely, Florida is, I think you guys gave us, you Floridians gave us the nickname, the Snowbirds. All the people from Canada go to Florida. Especially Southern Ontario. I'm sure you guys are probably sick of us. Mind you, every time I'm in Florida, I don't see a lot of, you know, cars from Ontario, you know. See a lot of people from Quebec. Didn't realize how many people from Quebec love to go to Fort Lauderdale. You might see more people in Tampa. But definitely a lot of people from Quebec. Alright, what are we doing? We're at 36,000 feet. Top of descent coming up in about 200 plus miles. Let's get some more wing shots out here. Yeah, we're not flying live time, by the way. We are flying. I changed up the time a little bit. Yes, Jacksonville's nice. We crossed a bridge coming into Jacksonville, and I didn't know they had like a massive shipping port. And I seen cruise ships. You know, Mr. Sam Guilford was telling me there's a lot of cruises that come out of Jacksonville. I had no idea. All right, let me look at some stuff here. Let's see, what are we doing in Thunder Bay, ladies and gents? We have Vatsim online in Thunder Bay. Oh, daddy, we have Winnipeg Centers online. They're gonna clear us into Thunder Bay. Okay, even better. Look at the ATC. Maybe we'll do a return leg. I don't know. We'll have to see. Thunder Bay International Information, Zulu weather, blah blah blah. Where's the wind information? The winds are calm? No. Yeah, the winds are calm. Golly. We're flying to Thunder Bay. So we're doing a flight with Air Canada. Air Canada typically operates flights into Thunder Bay. They don't fly the Maxes in there right now. They like to change up their jets from time to time. They like to change up their jets. But right now they're flying some A220s in there. They've flown RJs in there. Max 8s. You know, there's photos of Max 8s flying in there. But we're going to Thunder Bay. Sim add-ons, Thunder Bay. Something a little bit different. You know, you don't see streamers flying up here. A lot of people are a little bit picky and fussy about some of the scenery. And it's not bad. You know, it's not bad. Sim add-ons pricing have come down a lot too. So if you guys want to look for something a little bit different, a little bit challenging, they have an ILS in Thunder Bay. Jacksonville has a big cruise port for people going to the Bahamas. Do you know exactly where they go? The ICAO is Charlie Yankee Quebec Tango. CYQT. Cutie. Yeah. Well, what I'm going to do, I'll tune up a couple things here. I got to see what is he on? We're not even close to his airspace yet, but he will be on 24-0. Sick. There we go. Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. Not a lot of commercial flights into Thunder Bay, though. You have, I think Sunwing is flying in there right now. I think it's just seasonal, but Air Canada is your main. If you're flying Q400s, if you're on X-Plane or whatever, you could fly some Q400s in there. WestJet, I think, operates flights. I could be wrong. I know Porter does. There is a website similar to Flight Radar 24, but it's for ships. Yep. And you know what? I've actually been on that website. I was tracking ships, I don't know, like a year ago or so. And I think I was watching, I think there's a cam, a cruise port cam in Miami. And I was just like watching ships coming in and out. It's pretty strange how they have, like, they track that stuff. You see all the ships. You know what I mean? If you think airspace is busy, you gotta see how many fucking ships are out there. I'm looking, I'm like, is there actually that many fucking ships out there? It's crazy. Ridiculous. And yes, if you haven't done so, ladies and gents, smash down that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate that. I know Nightbot's saying we're going for 20 likes. I think Nightbot's out to lunch. It's probably going to be a short stream today. Glad I'm able to get on, though. Glad, you know, my girlfriend, she doesn't, I'm not going to say she approves of me streaming, you know what I mean? She's not like, oh my god, great job, you know, great job. But she doesn't give me flack. What's your star? We're on the Noter, is it the Noter 4? We're on the Noter 4. Coming in for runway 25. Now, the good thing about FSI panel, if you guys don't know what that is, where you can practice your landings and stuff, I posted in the Instagram page one of my landings coming into Thunder Bay the other day, just to remind myself that yes, I can butter airplanes into airports. So in case we do bad landing into Thunder Bay, at least we can go and watch that. You know what I mean? Yeah, there are ships everywhere. There are ships everywhere. I was fascinated by, you know, the ships coming in through the Panama Canal. They get up to the Americas and out to Europe. I think the Canadians are opening up part of the Arctic, if I'm not mistaken. They're going to have ships kind of coming across there to avoid, you know, ships having to come down to the Panama Canal. That was also something that I heard, because I'm pretty sure it's warming up there and they're able to do that. So any ships coming out of Asia, I'm pretty sure, that want to go to Europe, want to come across Canada. Right now, if I'm not mistaken, they're all coming through the Panama Canal. Good stuff, good stuff. Chose to fly in the late afternoon. We want to get some visuals, you know what I mean? Hate flying in the nighttime, not gonna lie. Hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. Now, let me just check something here. Where the fudge are we parking? That is the question. Do they go to a gate? They do go to a gate. Okay, so I don't know what gate that is. Gate 3. Go to gate 3. Let's see, top of drop. We got still some bit of a ways out there. Come over to the VNet. So 219 miles. Another 30 minutes. We are going to be going live again on Thursday. Thursday should be good. I'm going to be honest with you. We're supposed to be getting a shitload of snow. 20 to 30 centimeters. So that's going to be between Wednesday, I think, evening into Thursday. There's a chance. Thursday's live stream may not kick off, but I do intend on flying on Thursday. Friday, 1,000%. There's going to be an afternoon live stream. We could do a little bit of a longer flight. I know a couple people were mentioning fly out in the West Coast, possibly San Diego up to Seattle. I did recently grab some San Jose scenery. So Orbex, when you purchase scenery on Orbex, you do get orbs or something like that. And my orbs were set to expire, so I purchased the Orbex San Jose. So I think we might be doing a flight up to San Jose or down to San Jose from Seattle. That's probably what we're going to do. And then back. I got to see what, if Alaskan flies. Any Maxes in there. I know they got a couple Max 8s. I'm pretty sure they're majority Max 9s. And then some 737 NGs. Escusi. It's going to be a week of flying the Max. We might continue it into next week. I don't know. I'm kind of sick of flying Airbus. Maybe we'll do some E-Jets ops, maybe some 777 ops. I don't know. Figure it out. But I think I want to get at least maybe 5 flights in the Max. This week we're going to focus on North America. And I think we're going to be back in the Air Canada Max 8 probably at the end of the week. Maybe we'll do a flight out of good old Pierre Elliott Trudeau International. Maybe out to Vancouver or something. That'd be a nice long flight. But we're definitely doing 3 lives this week. We're on the go for 4. Typically this week we do 4. Thursday is currently up in the air due to the weather. Might be stuck at work, that kind of stuff. Looks like San Jose to Seattle is mostly flown on the Max with Alaska, but they will occasionally slip in an 800. I don't know how good that scenery is. The San Jose scenery is done by Orbex. Orbex is hit and miss. Orbex has their own team. But I know Captain Canada flies out of it, so it must be a go. Must be a go. I'll be honest, another flight I've been trying to do, it's kind of tough to get any routes out that I want to get, or that I want to do. Milwaukee. AnyBuilds created Milwaukee for free. You guys didn't know that. Milwaukee, I don't know what their airport's called, but Kilo Mike, Kilo Echo, I think is the ICAO. And phenomenal airport, decent performance. Southwest flies out of there, primarily, if I'm not mistaken. There's not a lot of short flights out of there. Really not much to see out here. What lake are we passing? We're passing one of the Great Lakes. Why do I think it's Lake Superior? No. It's not. I don't know my Great Lakes. We're flying over a Great Lake. Is it Simcoe? No fucking idea. Lake Michigan? Is it Lake Michigan? No, it's not Lake Michigan. It's pretty fucking sad that I don't know this. It's pretty fucking sad, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna fly right over top of Sault Ste. Marie. It's typically one of the waypoints coming out this way. Along with my, I don't know, my delivery flight, as I would call it. Captain Canada calls it the same thing. Any new aircraft, typically I'll fly out to Toronto to Ottawa just to test things out, see how things go. Thunder Bay is also another one that I did a lot. Flying the CRJ out here was something I did a lot, and I hate flying that aircraft. I'll be honest. I'm sorry, SimCFI. Still in here. I hate flying that aircraft. Looking forward to the new update though. Hopefully that comes sooner rather than later. Looks like all of the, pretty much all of Canada is pretty much online except Toronto Centre. Toronto Centre not online at the moment. One thing I gotta do, I'm a little nervous to do it though. I want to fly into LGA from Toronto one day. New York's airspace is very busy. I've been on New York's airspace before, but flying into Newark. I have most of the Southwest hubs, MDW, MCO. So MDW, that's Midway. MCO, is that Orlando, St. Louis, Denmark, Milwaukee. I know San Diego, but what's SMF? What is that? No idea what SMF is. Eventually, we'll do some Southwest flights out to Honolulu. That'd be fucking cool. Can't remember if I bought any builds Honolulu. I'm pretty sure I did. I know I have Kahului. Done by, who's that developer that does all the Alaskan scenery? I forget who it is. Some great scenery by them, too. Oh, Sacktown. Who makes Sacktown? Is that also Orbex? I know there is a Sacktown. Or is that might be Tropical Sim. Same person who's making the ATL scenery. Shit, who was making Atlanta again? Forget who it was. Yeah, we have Winnipeg Centers online, so they'll get us into Thunder Bay. I didn't even know that they controlled Thunder Bay's airspace, but yeah, it should be relatively straightforward. Yo, Dominic, what's going on, man? Appreciate you tuning in. Hope you had a good day. It's funny, my boy does that too. You might see Mr. Moo in the chat. Guy's a fucking Warzone demon. Warzone slash fucking PUBG slash fucking... What's that other shit that he plays? Fucking... I don't even know. Just a demon at fucking first-person shooter games. He's always like, Miss that guy a ton. That guy used to work with us. He was a service advisor. And then, on to better things, you know what I mean? So, he owned a house out in, the western part of southern Ontario, and it was time for him and wifey to make a move, and big ups to him for that. Just done work. Right on, man. Good shit. At home, time to relax. Are you ready for the snow? I don't know what Toronto's getting, but 20 to 30 centimeters expected. Fucking tired of it already, man. Tired of it already. $160 miles. Got lots of time. Yeah, facts, man. It's gonna be so dead at work too, man. Nobody's gonna be driving on Thursday in the fucking snow. More than on the weekend as well, another 20. Come on, really? Oh, fuck, man. It sucks because where I live, in Milton, in the street that I live on, the city doesn't plow my street because they had said, quote unquote, it's not in the budget. So, I mean, if you don't plow my street, don't plow my street. But for some reason, the city decides to sometimes surprise you and plow the street, and then you have fucking 10 feet of snow at the bottom of your driveway, and then you got to dig all that shit out. You know what I'm saying? I hate that. Lake Huron down there, okay. Lake Huron. Not, I should be familiar with my Great Lakes. 20 centimeters on Saturday. Wait, you said on the weekend. Shit, I have to work on Saturday. That might be a problem. Well, yeah, if I look at my phone, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. Snow. What time does it start tomorrow, though? It starts at... It gets heavy around 3 p.m. Just in time for the drive home. I have a late night tomorrow. I start at 10. It's at 7, so I'll have a nice drive in the brutal snow. Kids most likely will have a school day on Thursday. It's typically what happens. Doesn't make sense for people to drive in that shit, you know. It's not like it was 20, 30 years ago. Everybody had to show up to work. No salt, nothing, no plow. Plus, we got that new blanket of snow like 2-3 days ago. And tomorrow we're getting 20, 30 centimeters. Yeah, I just finished digging my shit out. It all melted and then it froze, man. So I got ice running down the side of my house. And then I got no salt. Lazy bastard. I didn't get no salt. But all of it, because the driveway is sort of slanted, all that water ran down to the street. And then it just pools up on the sidewalk. So the sidewalk's a skating rink. Should probably be a good person in salt. You don't have snow days anymore? My kids are in elementary school. Once you get to your age, there's no more snow days. But, you know, I'll be honest with you. The city of Milton, where I live, is pretty soft when it comes to that stuff. They'll close it up. College and universities is one other thing. You guys get hurricane days there. Yeah. That's always the debate. You know what I mean? I always say I want to move to Florida. I'll deal with the hurricanes. You know what I mean? I'll deal with the hurricanes. Just fuck out. You know? Anything to not have to deal with the snow. You know what I'm saying? Tired of working on cars. I got fucking snow dripping on me. Falling in my shirt. All that kind of shit. Landing on my hat. Can't stand it. Growing up, I didn't mind the cold. Growing up, you know, playing hockey and all that stuff, it was great. We used to play, you know, in Toronto, the city would utilize their tennis courts and freeze them and turn them into an ice rink. So we used to play shinny. We call it shinny. Oh shit, I just hit my yoke. Did it disconnect? Autopilot. It sure did. No, it didn't. I think it just hit my auto throttle. We're still good though. Just get this guy back in there. That's what we did. And I loved it. And then I started to realize as I got older, I started becoming more and more miserable to the cold, to the snow, all that kind of stuff. Not a fan of it. Yeah. Yeah. This is Flight Sim Gaming, you know. No, come on now. We didn't fall out of the sky. Come on, give me another chance. Come on, please. Hurricanes last hour, snow last weeks and months. But true, there's pros and cons to everything, but hurricanes, you know, kill people. Snow, I mean, I guess snowfalls can as well, but hurricanes kill people. Hurricanes destroy property, right? I don't know what the hurricane insurance is like out there now, but I know some insurance companies were pulling out of California for fire insurance. Hey, no worries. Yes, I am in the trades. I am been a mechanic now for about 18. It'll be 18 years, I think, in September. I'm now a shop foreman at a Honda dealership in Mississauga. So, worked myself up. Now I'm one of the head assholes over there. There's two of us. Got asshole number 1 and I'm asshole number 2. And I love you, Kyle. But yeah, worked as a mechanic for as long as I can remember. So it's something that I've always wanted to do. I didn't mind it, you know. Starting off as an apprentice, you know, I wasn't into aviation at the time. But had I been in aviation, the money I would have spent on tools, I would have spent on my license. It's all right, pays the bills, you know. To each their own. Everybody has their own opinion about the trade. I make a lot of money. I'm very grateful for the opportunity I have, and then I know some people that just don't make a lot of money, you know. But our dealership's busy. I work for Honda. Every other car you see is a Honda, so you figure Honda would be busy. And it is. We're doing recalls out the Yahoo right now. We got shit, you know, fuel pumps leaking, steering racks get sticky. It's all good stuff, man. Head gaskets, transmissions, you name it. The damage from hurricanes can last years. Just look at New Orleans. There's still parts that have not fully recovered. That is right. That's sort of the tough thing. If you don't have a lot of money, it can be very tough. You know what I mean? There are some families that pour everything they have into their home. They have nothing. You know what I mean? And then you get a hurricane that comes in and sweeps it away. You know? It could take years to get it rebuilt. I took a trades automotive class working on cars, etc. I did some welding for a few months. Went in that class, so you know a few things. It's always good to know a couple things here and there about cars. You know what I mean? Most importantly, it's good to know a few things so that when you do go get your car repaired, you're not getting ripped off. One of the things that we're doing now at our dealership, we're doing media recommendations. So customers aren't always there to be brought into the shop to look at their car. So we record a video and we send that off and show them the overall health of the vehicle. And then we sort of started off with, you know, hello, my name is Lonnie. I am your service technician for the day. And I do like a walk around of their car. I explain what's going on, explain how the process works. It's a really sticky industry because how many people are in it that rip people off. But it's fun, man. I mean, I still enjoy it. I still enjoy it. For me, being a foreman, I get to see, I mean, a lot of technicians that work at the dealership still see, you know, problematic stuff. You have salary foremans, which do all the bullshit. You know, any new car diagnostics that come in, all the hard stuff will go mainly to a salary or an hourly foreman. I'm flat rate, so it's tough for me to just wait on certain jobs. So some techs, you know, still have to look at some of that stuff, but it's good to be involved with some of the newer stuff. I get to work. I work really closely with some of the engineers that sometimes come to the dealership. I sometimes work with some of the guys back at the factory. That's the good thing about being the foreman. Every day could be something new. You know what I mean? Welding was my fave, but know how to complete tire, wheel change, engine fixes, etc. and learn some car detailing stuff as well. The detailing stuff is tricky, man. You gotta be careful. I tried detailing, buffing out my car paint. I had black car paint, and I had to pay to get it corrected after. It cost a couple $1,000s. Hey, no worries, Oddman. I appreciate you, my man. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sundays, we go live. So hopefully we'll see you again, man. Appreciate you tuning in. Thank you. The aviation stuff for me came a little bit later. You know what I mean? Came a little bit later once I seen some trailers for 2020 back in 2019, and I was like, I'm getting that. But it's just very expensive to get into aviation. You know, in automotive, know, you'll spend $100,000 on tools. You'll spend $30,000 on a toolbox if you want to buy the top stuff. Snap-on. I got sucked into the Snap-on world, so unfortunately, by the way, so if you guys don't know Snap-on, Snap-on Tools is like the face of automotive tools, and they're really expensive. Their nickname is Strap-on, because basically you get sucked into the world, and you're taking that strap-on to your fucking, I'm not going to say it, but it can add up real quick. I got probably just shy of $100,000 in tools. I used to work at a private shop, so it's not dealer specific. Private shops, you're working on all makes and models. And of course, Honda's different from a BMW, and you got to buy special tools. You know what I mean? So it can get expensive. It can get pricey. But I mean, no regrets, man. I do very well. I'm not the sharpest tool in the tool chest. You know what I mean? I got the foreman role, but maybe I was just the sharpest tool at that dealership. I don't know. Everybody has their own, you know, their own experience and their own skill sets. But yeah, very grateful for where I'm at doing that, because when I was an apprentice, way back when in 2010, 2011, the old guy that I used to work for told me I would never be a good mechanic. So, you know, the foreman thing is the highest you can get as a tech, or you can move up to the management, like service manager stuff, but shop foreman is ideally where you want to be. Should definitely go for at least your PPL at some point in your time would be good. Take your kids up. That would be cool, man. That would be cool. Never considered it, you know what I mean? You know, having kids, I'll be honest, it's kind of difficult for me to be selfish in that sense and spend 10 to 15 grand something for myself, you know what I mean? So, but I mean, it would be cool, absolutely. I wanted to be a pilot when I grew up, but then realized the amount of money that would be required to get that job. Yeah, but you know, there's pilots in the US that make a shit ton of money, man, so it's well worth it. Definitely in the US, well worth it. In Canada, not so much. There's captains operating aircraft for some Canadian companies, you know, at about 150 CAD. 150 CAD, I mean, it's great, I guess. But when you compare to what other pilots are making in various parts of the world, it's not enough. And it's an airplane. Pay them $500,000 a year, man. The fuck? Alright, we're 80 miles from top of drop here. Let's go ahead and look at the ATIS information. So, information Zulu is current. The winds look like they're calm. And we're going to land runway 5. Form ATC requested approach on initial contact. Yeah. Alright. Let's plug in some info here. So, we'll come into the box here. About 80 miles, as you can see. And come to the approach tab here. We're going to plan a flaps 30 with a +5. We'll set that guy to +2. We'll plug in some fixes here. Let's see if this works. Runway 25. How did I fuck that up? Put some fixes in there. Minimums on the RNP is 964 feet. So let's get that guy bugged in there. Altimeter is going to be 3025. So we'll book that in as well. Oh. And I don't think I'm missing anything else. I think we're all set here. We're on Unicom. Just to confirm, Winnipeg centers 24-0. And we got that bugged in as well. Good stuff, ladies and gents. We're going to be descending on the Noter 4. And we're planning the RNAV Yankee 25 approach. Trying to be a pilot or get into the aviation industry in Canada is tough. It's a tough motherfucker. You can swear in my chat, I don't mind. It's a tough motherfucker to get into. Cash-wise, it can be. Especially considering when you have to prioritize certain things. I mean, Dom, I know how old you are. I'm sure you probably hear it a lot. Save your money, buy a house. Save your money, buy a house. Save your money, buy a house. Regardless of what you want to do. You know what I mean? That's sort of like the end goal. You You know, I wish I started at a young age. I'll be honest, it's tough. I had kids at a very young age as well, so which didn't make the situation any better because kids are expensive. But I've had those talks, man. The old shop owner at the private shop, you know, pretty much, you know, turned me into the mechanic that I am today. Appreciate everything that he taught me, but I wish I took his knowledge and wisdom when it came to putting money away. You know what I mean? Yeah. Everything in Canada right now, yeah, it sucks, man. Gas prices, the cost of living, wages, all of it, you know, all of it. It's Canada. You can thank Trudeau for that. Nothing you can do about it. It is what it is. Just take it up the arse, you know what I mean, and just make do. There are people that struggle more than others. You know, I watched my mother struggle her whole fucking life being a single parent. But, yeah, it's tough sometimes. I started my flight training. I got close to completing it, but I had to put that to a halt 2 years ago because I couldn't afford it no more. That's sort of the thing, man. That's sort of the thing, right? But, you know, I do hope, you know, you continue to pursue it, man. You're still young. You know, if you can find the cash, you know, maybe make a plan, put 10%, 20% of your, I don't know your financial situations, but if you're able to put some money away towards it, all the best to you, man. All the best to you. And then it's about getting your certifications. You know, I was discussing this with my buddy who flies with Jazz. Poor guy had to do either bush flying just to get hours. I know he did a lot of flight training. He was a flight trainer, kind of like SimCFI before he became a commercial pilot. And then he spent a couple years out in Malaysia flying DC-2s, man. Flying DC-2s with navigation equipment put in, you know what I mean? So it's... You got to do a lot of sacrifice, at least in North America or Canada, to get up to the commercial side of things. Unless you go with Jazz. I know Jazz is doing a fast track program for a... If you just got 130 grand laying around, you can get into it, you know? Well, we don't have to vote him out of office. He stepped down. He stepped down. So we don't have to worry about him. They're going to put somebody else in charge. There's a couple people running. And then I think there's an election in October, possibly September. I don't really keep up with politics, to be honest. Our Canadian politics is way more boring than the American politics. But we have an election this year, and I'm pretty sure Conservative or Pierre Poilievre is going to win. Definitely still am. Just trying to get a job right now in Toronto, which we all know is a little hard, but planning, saving some money, continuing through college or an ATPL through a flight school. I don't know how many programs offer the ATPL. I just know Jazz right now is doing it. But it ain't cheap, man. And yeah, getting a job in Toronto is kind of tough. It's kind of tough. Hopefully it all works out for you, though. Maybe you got to get into the flight simming, man. You know? Do a little couple here and there, you know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you're the next big boom on YouTube. This shit can be life-changing overnight, you know what I mean? Nice little beautiful flight on this beautiful Tuesday evening up to Thunder Bay. Good old Thunder Bay. You know, there was a time where I wanted to take my family up there during COVID. And then I didn't realize Thunder Bay is a fucking 14-hour drive. Like, nah. I'm good still. 14 hours to good old Thunder Bay. It's a long-ass drive. I don't know why the ETA is not working on my thing here. Fly Live is working. Okay. Definitely want to get a PC as well. Plan on doing some content and streaming, and to make content as well on my journey to the airlines when I decide to start. Yo, all the best to you, man. Definitely you got a subscriber on my end, and once you start doing that, you know I don't have much people here in the chat. I'm grateful for every single person that comes in, but we'll promote the shit out of you, my man. We'll promote the shit out of you. Ottawa to Toronto is about 3.5 hours, depending on who's driving. Pretty sure. I've driven to Montreal in 5. Montreal's a little bit out of the way from... Sorry, Ottawa's a little bit out of the way from Montreal, but... Hold on, let me do my Google Maps here. I'm pretty sure it's 3.5 hours. It could be more. Showing 4.5 hours. So from where I am, 4.5 hours. If you're going from Toronto... You could probably take off 30 minutes from there. So we'll just say 4 hours. And funny enough, I've never been. 6 hours? Nah. Not that long. 6 hours gets you into Montreal. If you're driving slow. You got to be careful driving the 401 out that way because the OPP, they do some surveillance up top in the helicopters and airplanes. Fun drive. I've driven that thing many times. Many times. I've driven the 401 up to Montreal many times. But hopefully one day I'll get to go to Ottawa. To be honest with you, I've never had an interest going up there. Maybe the Parliament would be the only thing that would interest me, but... 6 to the Ottawa Valley? Really? Well, right now, so where I'm at, I'm west of Toronto. I just did a Google Maps thing. And it's showing no traffic, 4 hours. You're probably... Did you stop for lunch? Was there traffic, maybe? I typically go to the Formula 1 Grand Prix in Montreal. I'm a big F1 fan. And I've driven with my father-in-law... Sorry, a little high-pitched there. I've driven with my father-in-law to Montreal. We left at like 2 in the morning. We got there at 7. Did the race day. Race finished, and we drove back same day. It was fucking sick. It was like 24 hours. Talal, what's going on, man? Appreciate you tuning in. Yo, Talal, you gotta tell us what's some fascinating things about Ottawa. So if I got a speeding ticket in Canada, I would be required to... would I be required to pay for it? Yes, just like in the United States, when you get a ticket, everything's mailed to your address. Right, we got your license. And in Canada, no offense, Mr. Sam Guilford, you can't use the whole... refusing to get out of the car and things like that. If you get pulled over and they ask you to step out of the car, you have to step out of the car. They don't use the constitutional rights up in Canada. There are no constitutional rights. You can't even fucking defend yourself if somebody's beating you up. Nothing is nice in Ottawa. Isn't there a canal that like freezes in the wintertime and you can do skating on? Yeah, Toronto's the big city though. You can't... It's kind of hard to compare Toronto to Ottawa. Be honest with you. T-Dot. I love Toronto. Had a lot of good times in Toronto. What does that say? 20 miles? We're 20 miles. Contact Winnipeg Center shortly. We may not have to... Let me see. Is he... Yeah. So he is controlling Thunder Bay airspace. Beautiful. I'm going to kill the tunes. I'm going to unkill the sounds. Stuff. I think you can. You can flip off. You have freedom of speech. But when it comes to traffic laws, yeah, it's way different in Canada than it is for example, in the United States, you guys have this thing where you guys don't want to show ID. If you get ID'd in Canada, you are obligated to show that ID or you're going to get in trouble. The drive up to Tobermory is pretty cool. I think you go up Highway 10 or something all the way up. And if you're into scuba diving, you can do some scuba diving as well. Yeah. Captain Canada is in Ottawa. I don't think he's in Ottawa. I think he's always said he's in Quebec. Quebec's cheaper, obviously, than fucking Ontario. It's a no-brainer, but yeah, Mr. Captain Canada resides out there. His hometown. My man, Captain Canada. Maybe one day we'll get him on the stream. Wouldn't that be fucking cool? All right, so we're descending on the Notor 4. I got to see what are we going down to. It looks like 7,000. So we'll start bugging down 7,000. Runway heading. .254. Feels very turbulent up here at 36,000 feet. And why not? We'll wind this guy all the way back. 309, just in case we get a little bit of radar vectors. At one point, I really want to take the drive up to... Oh, I already read that. Everything good is... everything good, winter related. What's a little loud? What's a little loud? The, my microphone or the gameplay? My apologies, I'll turn that down. The plane noise. Alright, I turned it down a little bit. We'll turn it back up. On the approach, we'll listen to all those sounds. Good old Boris sounds, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was about to say we can skate on the canal and there's a mini stands. And there's mini stands you can buy food and stuff while skating. I remember the canal. I remember a lot of people in elementary school when they went out to Ottawa, they were skating on the canal. It's really the only thing other than Parliament Hill, is the only thing I remember. Nah, I'm not doing a return, man. It's a little bit, it's getting a little late. I hear the kids upstairs getting a little rowdy, so we're gonna park the plane here for another day. You know what I'm saying? I'd love to do a second one, but just not, it's not feasible. And how's the VNAV in this aircraft? So I see, well, we're starting off at a great 4,000 feet per minute descent. Gotta love that. Let's get out those speed brakes. Thousand feet too high. Oh yeah, kids are upstairs doing their thing. I can hear it. It's bedtime. I think they're going upstairs anyway. Alright, I'm going to contact this guy. 24-0. Let him know we're coming in on the Notor 4. Winnipeg Center, Air Canada 1193, descending via the Notor 4, passing flight level 330 with Alpha.
Okay, 1193, Winnipeg Center, good day, descend 7,000, Thunder Bay altimeter 3025.
Descend 7,000, Thunder Bay altimeter 3025, Air Canada 1193.
Air Canada 1193, what approach you flying in Thunder Bay?
We'll go the Yankee 25 approach.
That via Viber.
Stand by. A-firm, we'll do the 25 Yankee Trans Viver.
And 1193, roger.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. I'm most proud of that. I'm most proud of that. My kids are my everything. You know. I didn't grow up with a father. So I know what it's like and how important it is to have a father figure in your life. So it's very important for me to do anything and everything that I can. That's take them on vacation, spoil them even when I'm not supposed to spoil them, all that kind of stuff. Alright, we're sending the 7,000 on the Notor 4 Viver transition. It should be a pretty I know I say this a lot. Mr. Sam Guilford, you can back me up with this one. We slipped. We slipped on the rudder pedals on Sunday. We slipped. Okay. Coming back into Jakarta, foot did a little, you know, there's no excuse. Coming into Thunder Bay. Zero excuse. I've been practicing. I've repositioned the seat, the chair, you know what I mean, so that I don't slip with the rudder pedals. But zero excuse. The winds are calm. The winds are calm. There's really nothing to expect. The one thing I love about this aircraft, I don't know if you guys have it, this thing flares by itself. You literally, that ground effect kicks up. That's the one thing I don't see from the Phoenix. It's got no ground effect in my opinion. There's no ground effect kind of lifting the nose of the aircraft. I like that about this aircraft. It makes it very easy to fly. It's not easy to fly in windy conditions, but overall it's a pretty good bird to fly. I have a habit of always looking at my frequencies here, just because at random times the aircraft will change frequencies by itself. You know, that's sort of the thing. Got 11 likes on today's live stream. If you're just tuning in, if you can so gracefully smash down that thumbs up button, I would greatly appreciate that. We're going for a like goal of 20. I don't think we're going to hit that. It's all good. It's all love. But if you got an extra like in there, you know what I'm saying, you didn't use it in the other live stream and you want to come over here, go for it, man. I appreciate it. We picked up, I don't know, I think that's like 6 subs on the day or something like that. Appreciate every single person that tuned in. Alright, I got to watch the aircraft because I know VNAV is a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So... Passing 25,000. We're okay. We're looking good. We're looking good. Is Thunder Bay near Michigan? It's up there. It's up there. It's closer to Minnesota. It's the city you're probably thinking of is Sault Ste. Marie. Sault Ste. Marie is like at the top. I think it's Lake Michigan up there or something. It's literally just like a stone's throw away. But we're up near Minnesota and Winnipeg. Oh, it gets fucking cold up here. Pardon my language. Alright, I gotta see where the F are we parking in Thunder Bay. I think we're gonna plan I think, what did I say, gate 3? And I'll do a little tour of the terminal. It looks like we're gonna go, I don't know, 1 Charlie? No idea. I'll do a little showcase of the scenery there. It's a decent airport. You know, sim add-ons, they plug in some bird sound effects. Sometimes he's got tractors going in the summertime. It's well put together. It's not your average Fly Tampa scenery or who else we got? Flight Beam or anything like that. But the guy's name is Ralph. Ralph's the guy that makes all of it. I don't know if he has a team or not, but every time I talk to somebody from sim add-ons, his name's Ralph. And responds very quickly. Zero delay. I don't know if he's based in Canada. I almost want to think he's based in Switzerland or something. He only does Canadian scenery. He's got a shit ton of Canadian scenery. A lot of places for you guys to fly into. If you guys ever come across my my Yukon streams or my Yukon videos, or what's another place that we go to? We go up to, no, I think Yellowknife is done by, what's his name? No, I think it's just the Yukon scenery is done by him. It's actually put together pretty well. Even St. John's, Newfoundland is done by Sim Add-ons. We fly into St. John's pretty often. Decent scenery. I went to Quebec City in March a few years ago, and it was minus 14 with a wind chill of minus 3. Damn, bruh. Quebec City's beautiful. I got to go there in grade 7. The grade 8 class had a graduation trip, and they couldn't fill the seats. So they asked some of the grade 7s to go on board. Quebec City is a beautiful place. If you're coming to Canada, you got to go Quebec City. You have to make the stop. Reminds me of Europe, literally. The roads are all like brick interlocking. It's beautiful out there. Old ass fucking buildings. There's a famous hotel. I forget what it's called. I think we stayed in it. I don't really remember, but I think we stayed in it. That drive from Toronto is like 10 hours too. You can fly there. They got airports. Or airport. You don't have to fly to Montreal. I'm pretty sure we fly to Quebec City out of Toronto. That's maybe a stream we can do. I'm pretty sure Sim Add-ons has Quebec City. And I'm pretty sure they also do some flights into the United States. Pretty sure there's some E-jets that go in there, some RJs or something. Looks like the aircraft is tracking on the VNAV really nicely. I'm impressed. It's been a while since I've flown this aircraft. But it's tracking really nicely. And we'll go standard pressure, or we'll go out the Thunder Bay altimeter 3025. We're down to 7,000. Flew into YYZ and drove to Quebec City. Damn, bruh. What a drive, man. What a drive that is. That's a long drive. I remember doing that drive. We rented a massive, like, not like a city bus, but like a, I don't know, like a Greyhound bus. We chartered a bus. And it was long. There was a bathroom in it. If you ever had to pee in a bathroom on a bus, it's quite the experience, I gotta say. The guy was making a turn and I wasn't aware of it. I probably shouldn't have been in the washroom, but yeah, quite the experience. The hand sanitizer fell off the wall. I'm hearing not much traffic out here on Vatsim at the moment. Appreciate this gentleman coming online. Not that he's coming online for us, you know, being a Captain Canada Owls XP. But we appreciate a little Vatsim here and there. And you can see we're coming up in towards Thunder Bay. If you come in on, there's an ILS approach.
1193, you're cleared to the Thunder Bay Airport, RNAV Yankee, runway 25, approach Viver transition.
Clear to Thunder Bay on the runway 25 Yankee approach, the Viver transition, Air Canada 1193. I'll be honest first, I kind of glitched out there for a second. I didn't think he was talking to us. So we're cleared via the Viver transition. So we're down to 7,000. We'll probably get cleared down to 55.
Attention all aircraft from the big center is now logging on. Switch to Mansour Unicom 122.8. Good night.
I think he's logging off. I think he forgot he already cleared me on this approach, but I think he's logging off. Is there any good Reno, Nevada scenery? No idea. No idea. Is there wing flex? I can't tell. I'm looking. I think there's a little bit of wing flex. Very bumpy coming down here. Very bumpy. Let me open up my charts. Let's have a look. Are we having any speed restrictions coming in here? And that's a big negative. And Winnipeg Center is now offline. We appreciate you, Winnipeg Center. 22.8. I have spent way too much on flight sim sceneries, if I'm being honest. You and I both, man. You and I both. I'm embarrassed. Again, hitting my yoke. I'm embarrassed to calculate how much money I've spent. As a matter of fact, I don't think I'll ever discuss how much money I've spent. But I've spent some money. Alright, the winds are 290 at 5, clear skies. It's minus fucking 24. It's minus 24. Landing lights. Get those guys on. These guys, we'll switch those guys on. All that's good. Speed coming back, 240. Beauty. I have a 7 terabyte external hard drive. I used to store all of my flight sim sceneries. You only have Microsoft Flight Sim, or do you have X-Plane? I'm running, I got a 4 terabyte external SSD with nothing on it. But I have a 2 terabyte and a 1 terabyte Samsung 970 EVO. And I have all my goodies on. Alright, down to Viver. 5,500. Does anybody know if this aircraft flies an RNAV? Bro, I'm telling you. I mentioned this in one of my last streams. I wanted to persuade Captain Canada with a nice, generous donation. If he is willing to go back and explain to fly that FlyJ Sim Q400 just one last time. I think JJ was probably the guy in the chat that was suggesting that we should do it. I'm gonna be doing it. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be doing it. He's probably gonna yell at me. Probably gonna tell me to go fly a kite, but I'm gonna get the chat rolling. I want to see him. I think he's the best when it comes to flying that kind of shit. That would be a long flight, though. I'm pretty sure they operate the same flight out of Billy Bishop. Pretty sure. Speed rolling back, 210. And do I got anybody on the ground skis? Nobody on the ground skis. Nobody coming in. Seven terabyte is just for flight sim stuff only. Jesus. It's crazy. But it's a hobby, man. It's a fucking hobby. And if you can afford to do it, go for it, man. Go for it. Look at that reflection shining off the water. If you guys tuned into V1 simulation stream yesterday, he was flying the Duke across Alaska. I ain't gonna fucking lie, 2024 is looking pretty sweet. It's looking pretty sweet with how the sun is just shining over the horizon, you know what I mean? Down to 5,500 feet. From there, I think we're going down to 20-something hundred. We're going down to... So we're going to catch it at Burrow. We're going to be at 2,000 feet. 2,000 feet at Burrow will put us... It puts us... Damn, son. Hold on. Puts us 4 miles from the runway. So we got to be at 2,000 feet from 5,500. I'm going to start tuning that back now. Yeah, it is a very expensive hobby. Without a fact. Very expensive. Couple islands up here. I'm going to go ahead and just tune up. Final approach course 254. And we're going down to 2,000. We're going to monitor our speed. So we are doing a flaps 30 landing. If I come in here, and if I come in here, and we've already preset all of that. Beautiful. And I'm going to go ahead, whip out the flaps, because I have a feeling it's going to be a pretty hectic descent coming in. Ground spoilers armed. So we're flaps 1, speed 190. Speed 190. Go back. Thank you very much. Going out over here somewhere. So we're coming in. Once we're final, we're about 4 miles from the runway. Now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should have taken it from back here. But this is Flight Sim Gaming. And we seem to do things backwards here. For the better. What's the wind saying now? The winds are 290 at 5. Not sure if this aircraft's going to fly the RNAV. If you guys are just tuning in, if you guys can smash down that thumbs up button for me, I'd greatly appreciate that. We're picking up a couple more viewers here on the live stream on the approach. Would be pretty cool to get close to 20 likes on the live if we can. All right, down to 2,000. Nice and slow. There's a little bit of mountains around as well, so when you're coming in, you got to watch out. Not so much for this stuff here, but if you're coming in on the other runway, there's some stuff out there. I think it's runway 7 or something. Yep. Yep, the hardware is definitely very expensive. You must have bought the whole pack, right? You got some throttles with that. Because you can buy just the Yoke for like $300 CAD, maybe $400. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know why I went flaps 1. We're about 10 miles. You got the whole pack. Big money. Thunder Bay traffic, Air Canada 1193, 5 miles from Avtit on the RNAV 25 Yankee approach. All right. Let's go flaps 5. And we'll do speed 170. Looks like we're getting some. Looks like some clouds or maybe some fog. I have no idea what that is out there. Maybe that's just the cold Arctic air. You know, gear coming down. We'll go ahead and get our lights on. Yeah, why not? We'll throw those guys on. So we're going down to 2,000. And let's see if it'll fly the RNAV. I'm going to get it down to 1,000. Missed approach altitude is going to be 4,000. Because we got, if we are on mist, there is, if I'm not mistaken, some mountains out in front. But I'm curious to know, is she going to fly this approach? Out here. Gotta watch out. Doing another flight or hopping on Discord? Definitely not doing another flight. No. The Discord thing, I could probably tune in. Are you streaming again? All right, 5 miles out. Let's go ahead. Flaps 15. And we're going to go 146 plus 5. Oh, shit. 146 plus 5. 151. We'll go flaps 30. I think that's flaps 30. There we go. That'll be traffic, Air Canada 1193, 4 mile final, runway 25. I'm hoping I can see the Pappies. There's the runway in front of us. Yeah, we'll be on Discord. This will be stuff with Isaac in about 20. Okay, I might be able to check you out on there. And there's 1,000 feet. Shit. You're down 3 green, flaps 30, indicated speed brakes are armed, ladies and gents. Da-da-da-da-da. We're all good there. 1,000 feet, take the aircraft.
1,000.
My aircraft. And let's get it. Turn up some sounds here. Yada, yada, yada.
Approaching.
Beautiful.
25.
Got some weather, some snow bleeding in there. I think we're 1 white, 3 red. Yo, Sim, have you flown this approach yet coming in here? 163? The fucking generous. That's a generous number. Okay, we want to stay 2 whites, 2 reds. This runway's good on the PAPs.
500.
And the winds are relatively decent, so don't want to get too busy with the yoke here.
Approaching 400. Minimum.
Continue.
300. $200. 100. 50. 40. 30.
I don't know why we're throttling
20.
up there.
10.
No idea why we're throttling up. First coming out, maintain center line. I mean, butter, but why the fuck were we throttling up there? And 70 knots. That was a floater.
300 meters remaining.
You guys back up top there. Huh? Definitely a floater, because we should have been able to make one of the taxiways there, but strange that it throttled up there. I don't typically land this aircraft and disarm the auto throttles on the, you know, on the approach. It's not something that I typically do, but maybe there's just a bit of an issue with that. I didn't throttle up with the throttles, I'll tell you that. All right. Well, we made it. A decent landing. I mean, considering how we landed before, we're gonna go ahead and grab Delta. The iFly Max, the gift that keeps on giving. Bro, honestly, I you know, been practicing this flight and I've had no issues. We're gonna go gate 3. So no idea why the auto throttle did that. Very strange. Better, it's better that, I guess, than when you're trying to decrease your flaps and your thrust just disappears. All right, we're on Delta, but that was very floaty. I should have made this exit. Thunder Bay traffic, Air Canada 1193 vacated runway 25, taxiing to the ramp, Delta Alpha. Thunder Bay traffic. Flaps coming up. No. No, hell no, that was not user error. Hell no. That was not on me. I'm not taking the blame for that one. That was not on me. Remember, when I flew this aircraft last, I had issues with auto throttle, so I'm kind of stuck in my old ways. I've finally gotten used to not... I used to keep the speed brakes disarmed. iFly SimX, what's going on? Appreciate you tuning in. Hope all is well. Yeah, we are definitely closing in on 1,800 subs. If you haven't done so, don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. If you have not. You know, if it wasn't so late in the evening, I probably would have done a leg back to Toronto, but I'll be honest with you. Can't. Unable. We're looking for gate 3. I think we're going here. I think by the end of next week we're gonna hit 1.8, or by the end of next week. No, I think by the end of this week we should be. I'm on pace to hit it probably tomorrow. You know, I don't want to jinx it. I don't like talking about these things. But here's the terminal. I have no idea where we're going. I should probably look at my charts. Again, Flight Sim Gaming, not having a fucking clue. See a truck there. Gate 6, 7. So the gates don't match the charts. Gates don't match the charts. Hey, yo, we got another new sub. Appreciate you guys, whoever fucking subbed to the channel. Let's go, man. Thank you. Appreciate you. Sorry, I get excited. I think we're going here. Okay, so we get a gate. Beautiful. Roblox kid. Hey, baby girl. Who the fuck are you? Who are you to say that shit? Don't be weird in my chat. How do I... There we go. Don't be calling no grown-ass men baby girl in the chat. But I appreciate you tuning in. We just landed in Thunder Bay. And we're about to deboard some passengers here. And I'm going to do a little showcase of the scenery, too. I like some of the things that Sim Add-ons does. You can see we've got fancy stuff here, as Captain Canada would call it. I have a Marshall here, as well as I have this thing here. Forget what they call it. And we're going to go right there. We'll get these APU gens on. APU bleed coming on. Beautiful. Kill these guys. We'll come back up top here. We're going to... That guy coming off. We'll get these guys off. Probe heats come off here. Seatbelt lights coming off. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Fuel pumps. We'll get these guys off. This guy off. Lovely. Lovely. Request deboarding.
Being requested.
And I probably got to open up some doors. You know what? We'll see if GSX does its own thing. Listen to those sounds, man. Listen to those sounds. You guys want to see the terminal? So, again, sim add-ons. You know, it's decent for flying into certain areas like this. You hear the bird sounds in the background? That's all sim add-ons, and I'm not promoting sim add-ons by any means. I just think it's a neat little thing. But here's the terminal. Not Fly Tampa quality. You know what I mean? But better than some. Everything here is all placed in there by Ralph from Sim Add-ons. It's a pretty good representation of the airport too. Another new sub. Hey, yo. New sub right here. R Squad 76. Appreciate you tuning in, man. What are you saying? You forgot a fuel pump? Yeah, I left that guy on because we got the APU on. There's a bunch of birds right there. Shithawks. Are they shithawks? No, they're seagulls. They're definitely not shithawks. But here's a nice little SO. I mean, again, sim add-ons. Nothing fancy and not expensive. Nothing fancy, not expensive. It's worth the price. I think it's like 12 bucks CAD. But overall, nice airport. The ILS works. Everything works with it. If you guys are looking to fly out somewhere different, Thunder Bay, I'm telling you, man, Air Canada's got some flights out here. They're not flying Maxes at the moment. They are flying A220s. The odd CRJ comes out here, and the odd Max come out here. All right. I got no people. I got no idea who these people are, but you know, at the end of the day, appreciate every single one of you. So I'm gonna cut the stream there. Just want to thank everybody for tuning in today. Got a little bit of Vatsim fly in there, which is always a bonus when you got Vatsim controllers that come online. It was a decent landing, minus the overflare. You know what I mean? You know, appreciate all the new subs today. Again, 791 subs. We're cruising up, ladies and gents. We're cruising up. Appreciate every single one of you. Everybody in the chat, thank you, thank you. We're going to be cutting it off here. But Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, we go live every other Friday. I got a Discord. Yes, I got a Discord. Let me see if I can run that in the thing. Hold on one sec. Absolutely got a Discord. We roll our giveaways in the Discord, too. Just so you guys are aware. Let me see if I can copy this link. Copy text. Stand by. See if that works. Can't send it. I don't know why I can't send. Hold on. How the fuck do I copy the link for the Discord? This is fucking mad embarrassing. This is mad embarrassing. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me paste this. Give that a go. Hopefully that works. You're going to donate 20 if we had 1,800. My man, save your money, bro. I greatly appreciate that. You don't have to do shit like that. 1,800 subs. I might be rolling out some gifted members. But hey, man, I appreciate every single one. Yo, Talal, appreciate you. Talal runs the Discord. He's my Discord moderator. Set everything up for me because fuck do I know about Discord. Everybody else, appreciate you all coming in. Hope to see you on Thursday night. We're getting a bit of a snowstorm Thursday here where I live, so I'm 50-50 whether or not I come on, but definitely Friday afternoon we will be on 12 p.m. We're going to be kicking it in the max 8, probably out in the West Coast, and then obviously Sundays. But until then, ladies and gents, hey, I DM'd you. I'm R Squad 76. I'll check that out, R Squad 76. I appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you subscribing and tuning into the Discord. Much love. Enjoy the rest of your evening, everybody. Peace!